I don't know if I can remember the whole thing. I will quote it to the best of my ability. With the theory that one could try and travel within his own lifetime, Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the project's accelerator and vanished. He woke to find himself trapped in the past, facing mirror images of himself that were not his own, and driven by an unknown force to change history for the better. His only guide on this journey is Al, an observer from his own time, that appears in the form of a hologram that only Sam can see and hear. Well, I'm not going to say the whole rest of it. This was the intro to almost every single episode of the NBC series Quantum Leap that ran from 1989 to 1993. Didn't go but for 5 seasons, but it actually did establish itself, and it became my second favorite television series of all time, second only to Doctor Who. Now, I have an opinion on Donald Bellisario, who produced the series. I believe he's a Doctor Who fan, because I have seen some similarities between Leap and Who that has got me thinking that he probably is. He probably has watched Doctor Who in his youth and has enjoyed the series so much that, he wanted to create something that ran along a similar principle, but different. He wanted to make it different from Doctor Who. However, similarities I see were the dimensions of the imaging chamber door and the dimensions of the door to the outside of the TARDIS, which happens to be almost exactly the same. Enough for one person to step through. Imaging chamber door, door of the TARDIS. About the same size. I really don't think it's a coincidence. And bright light shines from inside the TARDIS just like it shined from inside the imaging chamber. Yeah, he's a Doctor Who fan. Anyway, I wanted to give my review on Quantum Leap. This was actually an American series, which was amazing that an American show could actually compete with a series from another part of the world. Even though, in my personal preference, Quantum Leap hits a strong number 2 spot as compared to Doctor Who, which is part of what leads me to believe that Bellisario is a Whovian. He likes Doctor Who, I think so. Yes. But the entire concept appealed to me. Imagine your life as a string. One end is your birth, the other end is your death. You tie the ends together, your life is a loop. Follow the loop, and the days of your life are jumbled up in a random succession. And that's basically the theory of Quantum Leap. You could basically go anywhere. You could go to an early point of your life, and you could go to some point later in your life. The weird thing was, Sam Beckett never leaped anywhere beyond his current present time. And I don't know why that was. I'm trying not to spoil anything, or to give out any ideas that may not be grounded in truth, the truth of the series. But even after they took the show off the air, I was so enthralled with it that I continued it here in my head. I was running off quantum leaps in my mind, imagining Sam was continuing to leap on and on and on, and eventually got to the point where someone had replaced him up here. And that person kept leaping on and on and on. And it just was like a snowball effect that just kept going on and on and on. And, I thought Doctor Who was off the air for good too, and they brought that back. So if they can bring back Doctor Who, they can certainly bring back Quantum Leap. And I love the time travel aspect about it. I love that Al is a hologram from the future of the time period that Sam is in. I would have loved if they had actually leaped, if he'd actually leaped into the future of his own lifetime. And I did some leaps like that in my head too. And I also have imagined at times that I could have been a quantum leaper. That I would build my own accelerator, go into it and leap. But I couldn't leap further than March 30th, 1966, because that was the date I was born. And I pegged my death at around 2058, somewhere like that. So yeah, I would be like 92 years old, be dying at. So I didn't like that they said that. This is a spoiler. He was trying to say that Dr. Beckett never came home, but I refuse to believe that. I think there was a point in there that he did come home. I believe he came home. He would have to. He couldn't leap around in time forever. As Al once said, nobody lives forever. And he had a wife waiting for him, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. My opinion on Quantum Leap, number 2, second only to Doctor Who. Bye.